We're in the kitchen here at Springwood Inn. Not a huge kitchen, but oh wow, it's such a wonderful, workable kitchen. I totally love it here. And we're making something called pumpkin soup. It's not just any pumpkin soup, I can tell you that. About 20 years ago when we lived in Virginia Beach, there was a wonderful chef in Norfolk named Todd Jurek, and he put this in the paper one day. It's called Todd Jurek's Calabaza Pumpkin and Crab Soup, because you add crab at the very end of it. So we're going to make that today, and it calls for leeks. Do you know what leeks are? This is a leek. Looks kind of like the big daddy of a green onion, because aren't they very similar? It's milder, strangely enough. Yes, they're kind of like of the onion family, but it's actually milder than the green onion. So we've cut some of them up, and Oz is actually going to take these, a fourth a cup of them, and he's going to put them right in the pot because they have to sweat. And sweating of leeks means simply softening them. So we're going to soften these leeks, stir them up just a minute, and that's perfect. And then I want to introduce you finally to my husband, Bob Orchid, and he's actually going to be the one who's going to flame them, which is really fun. It's fun to watch. You can put that over there, Oz, that's good. So Bob is actually going to take two different things. Can you see it? He's going to take Benedictine, three different things, really.
White wine.
This is Bob Orchid. White wine. Benedictine. So it's a half a cup of white wine, and it's a fourth a cup of Benedictine, and it's a fourth a cup of brandy. Oh yeah, we want to make this really, really flavorful and good. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, that's perfect, Bob. He's always our flamer because I get afraid of it, really. So let's watch. Come here.
I see it.
Can you see it up there? Woohoo! Oh, I love that. Do you love it? Yeah. Oh, what fun. That's just too much fun. Too much fun.
Why is that burning?
Because of the white wine?
No, because of the brandy.
Because the white wine washes all the alcohol out.
Right.
So how long does it flame then, Bob?
Won't flame. It just takes a little bit of time, and then all the alcohol is burned off.
So do I turn
flavor
the
is left.
heat off then?
Yeah.
Okay, I've turned the heat off, so the flaming should stop. And then we're actually going to take it and put it over on the other counter because Winnie and Ozzy are going to help me by putting all the other ingredients in. Is that if that's easier? Otherwise, I can just bring them one at a time. This is great, see? It's hot.
I don't wanna
So we're going to be putting the ingredients in here. Okay? I'm going to kind of put them around when you do that. And I'm going to get my... Okay, so let's start adding our ingredients. The first thing that I'm actually going to do is put this chicken stock in. It's 4 cups. And I'm not going to do it right now the way that you're supposed to do it, but just so you know, you're supposed to cook that for like about 10 minutes. I am at least getting it hot in here, but I'm just stirring it in. The rest of the ingredients, this is just a cinch, and it's the best flavor, you won't believe it. We're going to put in a little at a time. So I'm going to put in also 4 cups of heavy cream. Yes, this is a rich one. This is a very rich soup. And I'm going to put a cup and a half of pumpkin. This is pumpkin soup, so putting it in like this. We had everything already measured beforehand to make it all easier. And kind of, I think I'll take my whisk and stir that. Makes it easier to do that. Oh yeah, it's really getting Good. Now, Winnie and Ozzy are adding the other ingredients, which is
So I'm going to first add the cinnamon.
a cinnamon stick.
What is the leaf called? Stick.
Bay leaf.
So you're just going to plop.
Okay.
And then I'm going to add a bay leaf.
Have all kinds of good flavor.
And then I'm going to add just a little bit of nutmeg. Just a little bit.
Old Bay seasoning.
And then I'm going to add Old Bay seasoning. She usually use on fish.
Yes, you do, but we're using it on this pumpkin soup because it's a pumpkin.
And I'm going to add a half a cup of brown sugar.
Whoa! Really plopped in there, didn't it? That's all right. Just brush it in. And then we're going to actually just take it and put it back on the stove and let it cook for a little bit. But you can you'll already be able to see what the flavor is like. I can tell you that. Just a minute. Just take a spoon and see what the flavor is like. Okay?
Okay.
And I'll see too.
Is it hot?
No. Mmm. Do you love it?
I remember that.
It is so amazingly delicious. And I'm going to put the big pot. So just so you know, I wrote this down so that you would know. I used a fourth a pound of butter, which is actually just the one stick, and a fourth a cup of leeks. And I sweated those, which means I just made them soft. We flamed them with a half a cup of white wine and a fourth a cup of Benedictine and brandy. And then we added a fourth a gallon, which is 32 ounces of stock. You could use crab stock or you could use chicken stock, whatever you would like. And you really are supposed to cook that for 10 minutes. That's why I'm going to be putting this back on the stove. And then I added 1.5 cups of pumpkin, a quart of heavy cream, a cinnamon stick, just one, and 1 bay leaf, a fourth a teaspoon of nutmeg, a half a teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, and a half a cup of brown sugar. And that's it. That's our pumpkin soup. And we hope that you are able to make this yourself because you will enjoy it, no question. Goodbye from the Orchid, Young's, and Springwood Inn.